Okay. We can start the movie now, chat. I'm ready. Are you ready? This is the playlist of The Emperor Had a Text-to-Speech Device. Episode 1, Adorable Centurion. Alright, get ready. It's movie time!
Well, my divine lord, we have managed to implement a text-to-speech device into your glorious golden throne.
I definitely misheard that. I thought he said we had a text-to-speech device implemented into the glory hole. That was a really bad, but I didn't, okay. Anyways. Yay! Text-to-speech device into the throne.
Please, Lord, speak to us.
About fucking time.
At last, our glorious Lord can command us once again.
I have so many things to complain about. First of all, why do I only have a fucking glass eye on one of my eyes? Is that really necessary? And what is with these stupid ultramarines that I keep hearing about?
Sir, they're some of your greatest...
Speak through the glory hole, thy emperor of ours. Some people call a toilet a throne, so you're not far off. I wasn't I know this is like a meme edit, but I wasn't expecting him to literally be like Keck W.
Warriors.
They look terrible. They have a fucking toilet seat as their insignia.
But my lord, don't you remember? They are the sons of the Primarch Robert Gullen.
Is he still alive?
Barely. He was almost killed. He's in status right now, just like you.
Cut his life supports and disband that stupid fucking Smurfillage.
What? I wasn't expecting the emperor to be so savage. What? They call Robu Girly Man a Smurf?
Well, I'll see what I can do. But at least we still have our mighty Grey Knights.
I never created anything called Grey Knights.
My lord, they are the greatest at purging demons in the Imperium. They are all psychers, and they've come up with the most glorious ways of killing the enemies of man.
Why, I thief you.
Bring in the Dread Knights!
What the fucking fuck is that stupid ass thing?
It is the mighty Dread Knight.
That is the worst thing that I have ever fucking seen.
The emperor is so savage in this. This is so funny. The baby carrier.
What terrible, terrible person designed this?
I do believe it was the Grand Master of the Grey Knights, Caldor Drago. He is the mightiest of the Grey Knights. He is stuck in the warp killing demons daily, and has even written a name into a demon Primarch's heart.
Fuck. What the fuck? That is actually very cute. Look.
What the fuck? That is actually super cute. Look at him. He's so super cute.
At its little legs and oversized body. Adorable. Come to Papa. Yes. This is funny to me. So.
Oh my god, this is peak. I did not expect it to be this savage. This is so funny.
Let me get this straight. It has been 10,000 years since my angsty asshole of a son Boros made me a paraplegic and put on this throne.
That is correct, my lord.
How the fuck did you all survive for 10,000 years without me around?
Well, my lord, the Imperium has safely preserved your teachings and followed it for all these years, always submitting to your superior will.
That's a relief. For a second I thought you guys would have turned into some giant megalomaniacal group of religious people running around killing each other in the name of some fictional deity, or something like that.
Oh.
Definitely not. Definitely not, Emperor. We definitely are not doing that. Definitely not making you a god or anything like that. Oh boy. Yeah, so who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him?
Oh no, of course not, my lord. We would never stoop so low. The only one we would ever worship is the one true god of all is you, of course. Everything else is heresy.
Are you fucking serious?
Are you fucking joking right now?
what is upsetting you, almighty god emperor of mankind?
I knew this would fucking happen.
Oh, my lord, you don't have to worry about anything. The Ecclesiarchy and the Imperial Inquisition both make sure that the people of the Imperium retain their faith in you and you alone by making sure that no one knows about the corrupting powers of chaos. And if they somehow figure it out, we'll just exterminate the planet and it's all safe again.
The Ecclesiarchy? The Inquisition? Are you serious? Damn IT really well served.
Oh no, he's crashing out. The Emperor's crashing out. He's riding his twit longer. He's crashing out, chat.
Okay. Remember the Age of Strife?
Aren't you referring to the Age of Apostasy, sir?
No. The Age of Strife. Let me tell you. It was when asshole Cygers first started appearing, and all of asshole mankind started fighting each other over asshole reasons. That is when I first emerged. I destroyed all asshole religions that existed on Terra. Do you want to know why?
Because you are the one true god, my lord.
Wrong. It is because religion is stupid, superstitious, brainwashing crap that makes you into an asshole. This is why I specifically said when designing the Imperial truth that equality, science, and galaxy conquests is the way to go, and religion needs to be thrown out a window.
But my lord, what about the Lectito Divinitatus? Telling us that you are our one true god.
That was written by my whiny bitch of a son Lurgar.
Fuck Lorgar. It was written by my whiny bitch of a son Lorgar.
Who later decided to dress up in spikes, scarlet red armor, worship some dark gods, and be really fucking edgy. Stupid, rebellious teenage phases.
Yeah.
Well, I see, my lord.
Now, where is my Centurion? Yes, this is true happiness. So it is this age of apostasy.
I like how the Centurion is like the Emperor's like comfort character. The Centurion is like Gengar for me, as it is to the Emperor. It's his comfort character.
That you mentioned?
Well, how do I put this delicately?
Yes, and the Centurion is the Emperor's plushie. The Age of Apostasy. Centurions are really cute. Look at them. Look at them. They're so cute.
Really?
Yes, my lord.
This happened?
On behalf of all mankind, I'm really sorry, my
I'm really sorry. We're just sorry. We're sorry, Emperor.
lord. I truly am really sorry.
You let one of those nutty cults gain a hold of mankind and grow to become a state religion of the Imperium, becoming this fucking ecclesiarchy thing. And then people start to cut their own fucking screen out, waving it around and throwing it at people, all in a pool of their own jizz and blood, to profess their love for me.
I'm really sorry.
And then, you let some power-hungry motherfucking bureaucrat become the master of both the administratum and that overly dominant ecclesiarchy grok shit, effectively controlling all our hot, leathery assassins from the...
Even the Emperor can admit that their assassins are hot and leathery.
COS Asylum and all asshole psychers in the Adeptus Astra Telepathica. Oh, and our flashlight guys as well.
But
And then, this balls to the walls paramount of imperial incompetence that has become your leader starts to kill and torture anyone and everyone he feels like because it makes his bureaucrat balls tingle with delight.
Why is the Emperor talking about balls tingling? He's talking about tingly balls? What?
Initiating a massive, totally pointless purge of all mankind. And in addition, he did all this with the most evil fucking name I've ever heard. Goat Van Dyer. Seriously, how could you ever trust a guy with that name? G-O-G-E Van Dyer. That name is just screaming I'm gonna take your eye sockets and put my penis into them. I mean, fuck.
look, my lord. The events of the Age of Apostasy is all a great shame upon the Imperium, but he was brought to justice in the end. Why, I was even there when it happened. Several Astartes chapter masters and the Mechanicus Fabricator General came around and told us what Van Dyer had been up to all this time. And then we helped out by conveying the truth of the matter to the leader of Van Dyer's bodyguards.
Oh wait, isn't Van Dyer the guy who like pretended to be like powerful by like having that little like device in his pocket to trick people? Yeah.
The bride to the Emperor by directing
The
her straight
mega
to you.
evil.
Why, I remember it all like it was yesterday.
Oh, the sacred God Emperor himself, upon the golden throne of Terra. He is so beautiful. I've never seen anything as graceful and bewitching in all my life.
I know, right? And we get to clean his entire body several times a week.
This is so creepy. Oh.
I'm so unfathomably jealous I could burn you all right now. But I won't, so don't worry.
Teehee.
But still.
Right. Anyway, as you can see, Van Dyer's not the one you're supposed to be looking up to. He doesn't do anything but deceive to gain more power. He is a madman, and his reign of blood must be stopped.
Why is she making those noises?
Are you even listening?
Huh? I'm sorry, I spaced out. The Emperor has some quite divine-looking abs.
Actually, those are just bones jutting out. But anyway, I know you've been serving Van Dyer for a long time, but his megalomaniacal ways must come to an end.
Oh. Okay. You have committed the ultimate heresy! Not only have you turned your back on the Emperor and stepped from his light, you have profaned his name and almost destroyed everything he has striven to build. You have perverted and twisted the path he has laid for mankind to tread. As your own decrees have stated, there can be no mercy for such a criminal. I renounce your lordship. You walk in the darkness and cannot be allowed to live. Your sentence has been long overdue, and now it is time for you to die.
Those are the actual quotes? That's hilarious.
I don't have time to die. I'm too busy.
Right. I think I remember that too. Some girl came in here and
Some girl came in here thirsting and then went and killed him. What is his name? Van Dyer?
stared at me with depraved, flustered eyes. If I had the proper bodily components left, I would probably have gotten a fairly insecure boner.
That's the Adeptus Auritus for you.
You haven't made female space marines, have you?
Huh? Oh, no, that isn't even possible. Only lewd and deviant artists of pen and parchment ever come up with something like that. And even then, if we do catch one of them in the middle of the process, we end up throwing them into the firing squads.
Good. The Adeptus Astartes can only contain males. No girls allowed. They are yucky.
Whatever you say.
They're yucky. Girls have cooties. Ew. No girls in our Warhammers.
Say, my lord.
So, what's up with this Inquisition thing?
Oh boy.
This is hilarious. Cause then we just learned about the start of the wow, my brain. We just learned about this in Bricky's part 2 video revised. And how she came in here and she left and her hair was white and no one knows what happened. Well, apparently this is what happened. She was thirsting over the Emperor.
Actually, I think I have to go now.
Stop. You're telling me about this Inquisition thing.
Oh, hold it. Wow. I think that's your regular everyday meal of 1,000 sacrificed souls being prepared. Better go and check on it.
The exact events that transpired in the throne room are unknown, but she emerged with pale white hair, executed Goge, and founded the Adeptus Sororitas. There's a scene in one book where Melkador suggests the Emperor should have made the Primarchs women instead of men. Yeah, because then they could have just, backstabbed each other instead of front-stabbed each other.
Nothing, my lord. Nothing at all. I'll just go now. What the?
You are not going anywhere until you tell me about the Inquisition.
How did you do that?
Have you forgotten? I'm the fucking emperor.
Have you forgotten I'm still the fucking emperor? I can do whatever I want.
I sit around and randomly shit out warp storms daily because I have nothing better to do. Now, tell me.
Why are there so many
I think I shat out at least 5 warp storms during that presentation. Really, what the fuck have you all become? Labor camps and sterilizations? Murder millions over bare superstition? Excommunication of actually loyal Astartes? Have thousands of imperial planets and its valuable assets destroyed because some guy fapped with barbed wire and accidentally summoned a demon or two. Be painfully hypocritical and use Xenos and demonic weaponry in aid in order to carry across my will? Use techno-monkeys?
But, my lords, the Inquisition's work has saved mankind on numerous occasions. Like during the High Fleet Leviathan crisis, where the Inquisitor known as Cryptman stepped forward. The Tyranids, which he had previously named them, had managed to outmaneuver the Imperium, but thanks to Cryptman,
Wasn't Cryptman, like, excommunicated from the Inquisitors? From destroying too many planets?
was abolished. He had managed to have a Magos concoct a poison against the Tyranids, which they then managed to defeat them entirely with.
Am I gonna have to start writing a list over things I don't know what the fuck you are talking about because what in the balls are a tyrannid?
He doesn't know what the Tyranids are! What in the balls are a tyrannid? A tyrannid. To be fair, if I was the emperor and I woke up with all this crazy stuff happening, I'd be pissed too. So, I don't know if it's ever been explained, but is the emperor, like, self-aware of what's happening, or is he basically just a conduit, like, for warp travel? We probably don't really know, I'm guessing. Cryptman got fired while technically doing the job in the Inquisition, mind you. Man, if I was part of the Inquisition, I would be like Cryptman. I think he's based. I don't know anything about him, but I think he's based. He talks to people from time to time. Oh, right, there's the Emperor's Tarot, so you can, like, kind of divine what he's saying. Or you could just make it up and say that's what the Emperor's saying, am I right? It's pretty vague. I think the only time we've seen him be semi-aware was when he was talking to Gilliman. I think he's an overpowered router, but that would be considered heresy, so I didn't say anything. You can't even think it, Saro! You can't even think it.
Right. It's kind of nasty. But still, it was quite heroic of him.
And how much did this threat cost to abolish?
Well, let's just say he didn't have the luxury to count the cost. Anyway, there was also one time during the First War of Armageddon where the Grey Knights helped the Space Wolves fight off a demon Primarch. Please don't get oversensitive about the Primarch thing. I really don't need more of this.
Now you are bringing up those fucking Grey Knights again, with that stupid ass baby carrier Dread Knight thing.
The stupid ass baby carrier thing on the Dread Knights.
My inexistent eyes are still sore from seeing that abomination.
Yes, but truly the Space Wolves received great aid from the Grey Knights in their battle.
And then what?
What do you mean?
What happened after the battle had ended?
Well... The Space Wolves kind of wanted to save the survivors of the war, but the Inquisition sort of wanted to put them into labor camps and to sterilize them and have them die off, which the... Space Wolves didn't really like that much, so, well, there was a Cold War, and the Grey Knights betrayed the Space Wolves, and some shit happened, but that isn't important. Because, well, one time the Grey Knights stopped a bloodthirst using an ancient, very dangerous technology known as the Blood Tide from destroying a world, and it was truly glorious.
And then what?
Oh shit,
Oh shit, It's just so funny hearing the lore explained like this and the Emperor being like, what in the actual fuck is going on and why is this okay? Because I feel like when I first am getting into this, I have the same thoughts like, what? When you say it out loud, it doesn't really sound very good, does it?
He killed a massive amount of innocent sisters of battle and adorned their armor in their blood, but...
Just fucking stop. This organization, however...
Yeah, the Emperor's coming in like a disgruntled manager. This is like if the manager went on vacation for 2 weeks and was like nervous about leaving work because everything was gonna burn down while they were on vacation. And they come back and they're like, I fucking knew it. I can't even take a vacation. You guys are incompetent. And now I have to fix all these problems.
Where it came to fucking be is obviously pure, concentrated, whole-brain stupidity. And whoever came up with the idea to create it in the first place is obviously a fucking idiot. They walk around and do whatever they fucking feel like while laughing really snarky at the plebeian communities they see before them, all while having themselves and all their troops ornate in loads of fucking shiny shit and skulls to look so emperor worshipping when really they are just creeps in trench coats. And that is all they will ever be. Now, ready yourself, send this message to the scribes. I want it sent to every corner of the fucking galaxy.
Oh, he's adding everybody in Discord right now. He's pissed. When you finish the series, you gotta watch the podcast like episodes where they do discussions of books. I will! This is really funny. I can't believe this is 11 years old. It really is everything's on fire, everyone is fighting meme. He's writing the Google Doc. He's writing the Google Doc. He's adding everybody.
The Emperor of Mankind hereby make my official decree that all organizations contained within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition and the Adeptus Ministorum shall be disbanded and removed from existence. All who work for either organization shall return to their sector of birth and work there as a regular citizen once more. All who refuse shall be branded renegades until they have given up their futile strive to conquer the galaxy in the name of their dogmatic religion. Signed, the Emperor of Mankind.
I feel like the Emperor's gotten a little soft in this. The old Emp, he would have just killed everybody. He wouldn't have disbanded them and let them go back to their birth cities. He just would have executed everybody who was part of it. Leave no stragglers, leave no loose ends.
Yes, I shall go ahead and do that immediately, my lord. I'll be back when I'm finished.
This is all fucking nuts. Seriously, how could an organization like this spring into Exista? Wait a moment, I remember something. Shit fuck.
This is sending me. Wait a minute, I remember something. Shit fuck.
This can't be for real. Malcador.
Oh, his bestie, Malcador.
Lord Inquisitor Fyodor Karnas.
What is it? Do not waste my time. I'm very busy initiating exterminatus on this mining world. You're not giving me the shiny shit we need. Seriously, we can't have our soldiers walking around without the bling.
A very important message has been sent to you directly from Holy Terror itself.
What is it about?
Here, read it.
Oh, is this them? Is this them getting the Google Doc from the Emperor? Uh-oh, we've been exposed!
What? This is heresy!
Patch notes, yeah. This is the DLC. The Emperor can speak now.
My lord, the deed has been done. And it took a fuckload of time. At least 3,000 scribes died, and I somehow managed to get a headache in the process. But the message has been sent to all inquisitorial and ecclesiarchal organizations in the galaxy.
Oh, he's sad. He's thinking about Malgador. Oh.
My lord? Hello? Are you awake?
My lord, I have completed the mission you entrusted me. I have traveled the galaxy and found these 12 individuals of character, skill, and determination. Please, if you will oversee them, I will be ready to make my sacrifice. You have done well, my friend. faithful servant. I trusted you to find me the most inquisitive and trustworthy this galaxy has to offer, and you succeeded. I approve of your selection, Malkador.
Are these the first Inquisitors? The 12?
Thank you, my lord. These individuals will lay the foundation for the eternal watchmen of the Imperium. Our rooting out heresy and keeping mankind away from the abyss that is chaos. Now that my final duty has come to an end, I shall make my final sacrifice for you, my Emperor.
They were totally just roommates.
Behold the greatest sacrifice of our age. Malkador the Sigilate is no more. Henceforth, he shall always and only ever be Malkador the hero.
07 Malkador.
My lord, you're awake?
Of course I am, you fuckstudies. Can't you see when people are having dramatic flashbacks?
Malkador the hero, 07.
Oh, I'm really sorry, my lord. Anyway, the deed has been done. The message has been conveyed.
Good. How they dare shit upon a sacrifice that my most loyal servant ever made by turning the organization he laid the foundation for into an elitist shitfest is inexcusable.
Excuse me, my lord. I don't think I follow.
Malkador, the hero, previously known as
Malkador. I like how the text-to-speech makes him have a country accent. Malkador. Malkador the hero.
Malkador the Sigilate. He was my bro for life, and the first High Lord of Terra. He was the one who ruled and spread the word of the Imperium in my stead while I was tinkering with his throne. If it weren't for that disappointment of a son Magnus the Bookworm, who
Oh, the disappointment of us. No, poor Magnus. Aw. Magnus deserved better. He's not a disappointment. He did his best.
just had to fall to the temptations of chaos and sent a brain-shattering psychic phone call to me with his powers. The barriers that protected my greatest project, the webway of mankind, would end up in ruin, and Malkador wouldn't have had to make his sacrifice.
Oh. So, everything is Magnus's fault?
Definitely.
What is with the Magnus hate? He tried his best. He's just a boy failure.
If I could, I'd brutally spank Magnus until his ass would turn so red that his face would look pale in comparison.
Ah, I see.
Come to think of it, is Magnus still alive?
Last time I heard he's a demon prince now, residing in the Eye of Terror on the planet of the sorcerers.
Sounds really fucking nerdy, just like him.
Sounds really fucking nerdy, just like him. Damn. He's roasting Magnus.
Later, I want you to send those Ultramarines Merpster and try to get a hold of Magnus and then bring him here to me. If they fail, they'll at least not be so fucking snobby anymore, and if they succeed, I'll get to spank Magnus so it's all good.
Very well, my lord. I'll remember to tell someone that.
Now, I wonder how the disbanding of all those shitty cult organizations is going.
There is no doubt about it, fellow Inquisitors. Whoever sent this message is a heretic. There is a heretic on Terra, the only God Emperor of mankind.
This must be the work of demons.
A cult. It must be a cult.
Yes, a gene stealer cult.
They don't even believe their own emperor. The hubris of man, I see. Going well, going well, going well.
We cannot let this heretic keep doing what he is doing.
We can't exterminate this Holy Terror, right?
I don't think so. That would be kind of counterintuitive.
Counterintuitive? What the fuck does that mean?
We cannot perform exterminatis of Holy Terra yet. But what we can do is send an inquisitorial representative there as one of the High Lords of Terra. and then argue with the rest of the High Lords until they allow us to perform a thorough search and purge of our planet.
A search and purge of the planet? Yeah, damn. Yeah, at this point, I think the Emperor would just start over. I agree. It's Thunder Warriors all over again.
Oh, that sounds real good.
It'll be like an annual exterminatus, with more door kicking and burning buildings.
Maybe we can check if there is a tomb world while we're at it.
Now, my brothers and sisters.
Wait, Tomb World is in like a Necron Tomb World? I'm pretty sure they would know if Terra was a Tomb World, wouldn't they?
Radical Puritan, the only thing you need to do is vote for me as your inquisitorial representative. I will travel with my feet to Terra, find the culprit who's behind these messages, and kill him for the Emperor.
That is so ironic. We'll find the person behind these messages and kill him for the Emperor. Spoiler alert, it is actually the Emperor. Bureaucracy at finest. Let's send a guy to complain. Okay, Macragge, home of the Ultramarines. Okay.
Greetings, Honorable Battle Brother. Did you hear the news? Indeed I did, Honorable Battle Brother. We have received a mission from Holy Terror itself. That is right, Honorable Battle Brother. It is our time once again to prove ourselves as Ultramarines. And with pride and honor, we shall succeed, and we will never fail our sacred duties. After all, the greatest of them all
The French subtitles.
are the Ultramarines.
Soon enough I should stop.
The subtitles are sending me. Because the Smurfs are originally a French-Belgian comic book. Oh, that's so funny.
Hearing their constant fucking chanting in my head. I've been hearing it for so long that I'm starting to feel like I have warp traveled on a fucking bicycle.
I'm still not certain about this idea, my lord.
Are you defying me?
No, absolutely not. I was just thinking, since the Ultramarines are one of the greatest forces in the galaxy, are you 100% certain that sending them to their imminent doom on the planet of the Sorceress is a good idea?
Look, my child. I know you are fucking stupid, but I'm your...
Look, my child. I know you're fucking stupid, but I am your father. That is so Emperor coded, my god. I don't think the Emperor believes in gentle parenting. I think the Emperor is against gentle parenting, chat. Yeah, the Emp's demonstrating he's a terrible parent.
father, and you should never argue against your father, because he always knows best. Isn't that right?
Daddy knows best.
That's a good custodes. Your intelligence is growing remarkably fast, just like your father's.
Oh, well, thank you.
Aww. Oh, we're having a little fatherly son moment. So sweet.
No problem, son.
Aww.
Now, prepare your cleansing equipment. My eye lobes are itching like they are infected by a fucking Death Eater virus. Also, bring my Centurion.
Right away.
Bring his comfort toy.
Hey, Lords of Terra, we're gathered here.
Oh my god, the High Lords look so crazy. Like, actually insane. What the heck? Why do they look like that? Is that just so that they can live longer? They made all these, like, surgical enhancements? It's the official art? High Lords have the absolute best in tech to stay alive? Yeah, that makes sense. That's just, like, crazy looking. That guy's got, like, a chimney sticking out of his head.
Here today to discuss the most pressing matter. to the survival of the Imperium of Man, such that we have never seen before. Should we outlaw the use of laxatives to everyone but us? Because my poo has been really hard.
Ew!
I am the law, and I think that not only should we outlaw laxatives, we should also get a new shipment of prune cakes.
I am the law! Oh my god, these are the guys making the decisions.
Because that really helps out with how your bowels dents out poo.
I disagree. Generals.
I like how it says the subtitle for I disagree, je ne sais pas. I thought je ne sais pas means I don't know, not I disagree.
Needs to pull in several places to command those living flashlights of mine. And the workers in the t-shirt factory's gotta do that too. Get my guys go into battle with their fucking skillets, can I?
I think that this is a dumb discussion for you biological types that are going to get your rectums replaced with surface skulls.
Alright, seriously, it isn't funny anymore. First, you make fun of my hat on a daily basis, and now you send this emperor-damned message throughout the entire Imperium. Why?
Pourquoi?
Can you quiet down, Sourhead? I can't hear you.
We didn't say anything, I think, did we?
I don't know. Who am I again?
Who am I again? Where am I? What's going on?
Forgot.
Well, if you didn't send the message, who did? Someone is obviously being very mean.
Oh, stop your whining, Decius. Can't you see that we're having a very important discussion about food here?
This must be the 20,000th time you've had that discussion.
2,374. Time to be exact.
Back in my day, people getting coward numbers. Today we use good old-fashioned coaches to count.
Well, perhaps we should outlaw counting again?
Oh yeah! I am the law!
Well, I'm gonna go back to the Ecclesiarchal Palace and figure out which one of you pruneheads ordered this message to be sent around. The Ecclesiarchy is not disbanding, and that's that.
My lords, the Inquisitorial representative has arrived. The Inquisitorial representative? I hate that person.
The Inquisition? Very well. What name does he go by?
Lord Inquisitor Fyodor Karamazov, sir.
What?
What?
Karamazov?
Who's Karamazov? He's someone special?
I feel thoroughly refreshed now. Chain halberds truly do wonders.
My lord, I've been thinking a little. When Magnus tried to contact you, what did he try to tell you?
Are you siding with chaos now?
No, my lord. I'm just pondering it. But I'm thinking, let's say that Magnus was actually trying to warn you about Horus's fall.
Okay.
If that was the case, then Magnus wouldn't have had to send his message to you if Horus hadn't fallen.
Yes.
And Horus wouldn't have fallen if the chaplain Erebus wouldn't have tempted him to join Chaos.
Kazarov is the lord of the order Hereticus. Hereticus? Oh, he's the guy who executed someone for being guilty of wasting his time? He sounds pretty based.
And Erebus wouldn't have kept turning Primarchs to the ways of Chaos unless he hadn't tempted Lorgar to his side together with the Wordbearer's first company captain, Cor Pharaoh.
Correct.
So by that logic, wouldn't this all actually be Erebus and Cor Pharaoh's fault?
Now you are just talking out of your ass. As I said earlier, everything is Magnus's fault.
Please! Fuck Erebus! Not Magnus! Erebus! Fuck that guy!
Of course, my lord, you're right. I'm sorry.
By the way, while you were sending that message to the Ultramarines, did you also tell them to cut Earlyman's life support?
I'm sorry, my lord. I kind of forgot about that.
Do that later, then you should boot. Speaking of which, I need you to explain something to me.
What is it, my lord?
Why are you the only one ever visiting me?
Yeah, why is he the only one visiting?
I mean, ever since I got this text-to-speech device, I've not seen anyone but myself.
Everyone else seems to go mad in the Emperor's presence. So we're gonna find out why no one has been visiting the Emperor, other than this one guy.
Centurion, some tech priests, that awful fucking Dread Knight thing, and you. Where are the rest of the custodies? Did they all die off or something? Are you the only one left?
After we witnessed you at the brink of death, your body being sat upon the Golden Throne, all custodies went into a collective depression. We all decided to stop fighting outside the planet's borders. We have never left this palace since, always guarding your sacred vessel.
What a bunch of pussies you are.
What? What? I don't think he takes mental health very seriously. I mean, this is the Emperor.
I can manage myself, you know. I'm not a regular ass fucking corpse.
No, of course not, my lord.
Also, that still doesn't answer my question. Where are the rest of the custodies?
The rest are currently guarding the palace, my lord.
Well, in that case, tell them to go out and be useful instead. I didn't give them the best war gear in the Imperium for nothing.
Yeah, about that, my lord. Most of us custodians have not only sworn an oath to never leave Terra and your presence after the Horus heresy, but have also redefined the use of our war gear and armor to show that we are mourning your loss. It's quite hard to explain, but
Oh, are the custodians in mourning here for the Emperor? They like changed the gear and everything? Is this, oh yeah, is this when they were so ashamed they took all their gear off and they were naked? They felt too shameful to wear their gear?
Bring in some of the custodies here. Some of my companions, to be exact. Do it now.
Are you sure?
Do it now.
Did I fucking stutter?
Very well, just a moment, my lord. Well, here they are, my lord. Some of your other companions.
Holy shit.
What the? What in the world?
What in the name of Terra on fucking roller skates is that?
My glorious overlord, the Emperor of Mankind. I am honored to be in your presence once more.
It has truly been too long, my lord.
What's he got on his nipples? What the heck?
My oiled abs quiver at your voice.
Oh my
so
god.
This is how you mourn the death of me, huh?
I just want you to know, my lord, this was not...
I can't. My oiled abs quiver at your voice. It's true, everyone has oiled abs in Warhammer. He's not wrong.
My idea.
You. We don't see you much around anymore, brother. What was your name again?
My name is...
Didn't we used to call him Little Kitten before he was elected as the Emperor's own personal caretaker? Oh my. I remember that little bottom anywhere.
Aroused snickering. What is this?
I remember now. Little Kitten, the elected one, hurrying his way so far into our ranks. You weren't ever useful for anything more but sweet talk, were you? Speaking of which, my glorious overlord.
This shit is so surreal. Am I on drugs?
Kitten over here has been your caretaker for such a long time. Would you perhaps be interested if any one of your other companions were to take over as the caretaker? I do remember quite fondly that I was your favorite warrior during the Battle of Gyrostravian.
The only thing I remember about that battle is that Rokodor, Mordarian, and fucking Horse were being dominated by stupid orcs. When their defeat was imminent, I came along and saved the fucking day with my massive army of golden people, killing 100,000 orcs at the cost of 3 of our own.
Whoa!
I was in that battle as well, my lord. If you remember when you climbed on the enemy war-horse's gargant, you stepped on my head in order to get to the top. Truly, I am deserving of the position as your caretaker.
I'm still not even sure why you guys are half naked. Why would I suddenly want to change my personal complaint manager? I mean, what do you even do? Stand around and fap in the palace?
Only on Thursdays.
We are here to guard your holy body, my lord. Not one scratch shall reach you while we stand guard.
No scratches, huh? Try a fucking warp-induced nuke right to the face, see what happens. You are the strongest fucking warriors that exist in the Imperium. What in the fuck are you guys doing undressed inside the Imperial Palace, literally doing fuck all? When was the last time any one of you killed anything?
I killed a fly the other day.
You have the best arsenal ever put together at your disposal, and you do not use it. You should be fucking ashamed, you shit nuggets. Now, I want you 3 fuckers to get dressed, get at least 100 other custodes ready, start up your ships, and go do something for the Imperium. The rest of my 300 companions can stay within the Imperial Palace for now.
Very well, my lord.
It shall be done. We will be back with spoils of our victory shortly, my glorious overlord.
What a commanding presence. What I wouldn't give to play some blood games with him.
Stim, it is imperative you understand this is 10 years before Custodes became a real army. Oh my god, that is so funny that Custodes became an army after this. Fabulous, fabulous. I like how Big E still tries to get shit done, even despite being a little corpse on life support. Big E literally said, okay, the orgy's over. Time to get back to work.
So, should I follow them?
No, you are staying here. I still need someone to tell me stupid shit I can complain about.
Little kitten stays here. Little Discord kitten, you stay. You're my personal complaint department and my Discord kitten.
Oh, you.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, tell me what Tyranids are.
Well, you're not gonna like this.
Oh my god. The edits. Oh, this is a long one. This one's 11 minutes. Episode 8, the Tyranids. So now we get to see the Emperor's reaction to what Tyranids are. Was that Seinfeld? I couldn't remember what those sounds were from.
So, it begins. I suppose it's time to go do something completely inexplicable. Again.
He looks cool. Repentia.
Well. Hello there, old friend. Ecclesiarchus. I haven't seen you since a little argument on Salem Proctor.
Who is it?
You wouldn't know I'm treating that preacher like you did.
Is that a goat sitting on a chair?
Right.
Is that a goat sitting on a chair?
Decius. I'm a Lord Inquisitor for Tennis.
Oh wait, he's the Lord Inquisitor? Or a Lord Inquisitor? I thought the Inquisitors would look cooler than him. I mean, he has a goatee, true.
If I suspect someone of heresy, I will take them away and torture them until they give me an answer.
That's not a chair, little Billy. That's a toilet, I think. I need to poo.
He saved his entire world. With his people, he led and reconquered his planet for the Emperor, defying the heathens who controlled it.
That young boy was nothing but a false prophet who lusted for power.
That's just not right.
It smells like Prometheus in here. Anyone got some steaks?
We had lunch steak last Tuesday, you old shit!
Prometheus tastes better than flesh, you said to you.
Not right. Really? After you had your fit about us executed, was the taint of chaos not discovered amongst his followers?
We could have known if he was tainted or not before our final judgment was called for, but because of you, we lost that chance.
Oh, but you can never be too careful about the ever-present threat of chaos, Ecclesiarch. And that is why I have come here as the Inquisition's own representative.
My nostrils itch something fierce. Where's old nose?
I like how they depict the High Lords of Terra as just like super incompetent old guys that just bicker about useless things. Master Roshi got a promotion. Because they are super old guys that bicker about useless things. We banned steaks last Tuesday.
It's on Towerhead's head, you butt.
What's today?
What are you jabbering on about
What's
now?
today?
Why have you come here, Karamazov?
I and almost every other Inquisitor in the galaxy have received a message from Terra, telling us that the Inquisition and the Adeptus Ministorum are to be disbanded.
Yes, I know about this message. No one here has sent it.
Well, there is no doubt in it. It definitely came from Holy Terra itself. A forgery of its seal cannot possibly be this precise. However, it's clear that the Emperor of Mankind himself wrote it. Is blasphemous. It is clearly written by a heretic hiding somewhere here on this very planet.
Clearly the Emperor is a heretic, right? Clearly.
Being such a deluded fool, you do have a point.
Good. Seems like that habit of yours is at least allowing enough blood to flow from your scalp for you to understand that this situation requires mending.
What is your purpose here exactly, Theodore? What do you intend to do?
I remember the finger I had before I replaced it with an auto quill. Oh, I just made myself sad.
So, yeah, all in all, Tyranids from another galaxy and have come here for the sole purpose of eating everything that is organic in order to grow stronger and fiercer. They are honestly pretty damn scary. I'm lucky to have been trained not to feel fear or anxiety over such things as a seemingly imminent doom.
And you say there have been an entire 3 major wars against these creatures with loads of Imperial forces involved?
Yes, indeed. The first, second, and third Tyrannic War. As I said, the most notable must have been the first Tyrannic War, when they supposedly first made their entrance into our galaxy. They completely stripped the planet Tyrant of all life, thereby getting the name of Tyranids.
And you said during this war they destroyed the Ultramarines, devoured their entire first company, and crippled the leader of the Ultramarines, Papa Smurf, when they first arrived.
Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf is Robot Girly Man, right?
How in the name of Lehman Ross's overinflated ego did that happen?
Well, yes. All Ultramarines in the galaxy were needed to beat off the assault on Macragge, but the 2 main events that are most important would
Oh, it's Calgar. Oh, Papa Smurf is Calgar. Okay.
be the confrontation between Marnie's Calgar.
Papa Smurf?
Yeah. Papa Smurf and the Swarm, and the event that ended the battle in decisive Imperial victory. What the fuck is a Smurf anyway?
I can already tell this is going to be a roller coaster ride of disappointment. Tell me what happened.
Well, Marnie, Papa Smurf and the Swarm Lord fought one another in an epic battle of 2 independent characters. The battle was fierce, but in the end the Tyranid proved too strong for him, resulting in him being gravely wounded.
I am invincible!
Oh my god, he's missing. Tis just a flesh wound. He's missing his arm. Tis only a flesh wound.
The Ultramarines always triumph! How about you, foul seed of scum?
Oh my god!
pointing out is that something similar to this apparently happened later in the year 976 when the Ultramarines fought another Hive fleet called Perseus. However, the history of the galaxy is a major clusterfuck as it is anyway, so I don't know if that can still be considered true or not. Anyway, back to McCrae. Unable to stand the mere thought of losing a sacred spiritual legion of their already grievous losses, the oligarch of our first company sacrificed themselves to evacuate him.
So this guy could not even fight an overgrown fucking bug Gargamel and ended up force-feeding his bodyguards to it. Wow. Continue with the story. It makes my bones rattle with condensed and overpowering amusement and joy.
Well, long story short, after being fixed up a bit, Martin Pavismurf went to command the orbital battle over McCrae, but was led into a trap at the ringed world of Sersky. Things were looking very grim for them.
Led into a trap by a bunch of space locusts. This is dumber than those oiled up fucking strippers I call companions.
The Emperor-class battleship Dominus Astra valiantly charged into the heart of Hive Fleet Beowulf and detonated its warp drives, causing a cataclysmic vortex that sucked both it and the entire Tyranid fleet into oblivion. Victory at Sersky spelled the defeat of Hive Fleet Beowulf.
I am sorry. I am just absolutely livid at the moment. Remind me again. Technology is pretty backwards at the moment, correct?
It has declined somewhat in your absence, yes?
And those Emperor-class battleships are pretty much irreplaceable at this point because of the sheer resources and manpower needed to make them, correct?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So this asshole Papa Smurf, instead of just calling back his fleet to a more advantageous position in, you know, fucking space, let one of those warships be lost forever in the warp for some depraved minion of chaos to find and diddle around with.
Meanwhile, in the warp. So he just lost his ships to the warp? Oh no.
This is getting me harder than Terminator armor!
I probably should mention time losses.
I want you to change my orders. Tell the Ultramarines to get back Magnus without the Geller fields turned on. Let's see how they enjoy being fucked by demons, like those poor assholes in the battleships.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Anyway, avoiding the subject of the Ultramarines further, these Tyranids actually sound pretty fucking fascinating. How easy my job would be if every human was just part of me and my giant intelligence, and everything we did was in perfect harmony. Actually, remind me about that idea when I get off of this fucking throne.
I'll make sure to do that, my lord. The human hive mind would surely be something fantastic to be part of.
You're just saying that because you're thoroughly trained to be my bodyguard and not ever think, nor feel, or have any other purpose in life.
That's right, my lord!
Fucking automaton. So anyway, these Tyranids come from the eastern fringe of the galaxy in large bug flesh ships and chomp the fuck out of everything they see. Yes.
I like how he explains Tyranids. They just chomp the fuck out of everything they see. They just nom nom noms this universe.
Correct, my lord.
And every encounter recorded with them describes them as insect-like creatures with biological weaponry, and that they are countless in number. Right.
Yes, that is right, my lord. They come in endless streams, too numerous to count, with beasts both minuscule and massive, all killing in their own unique, painful ways.
Has anyone ever considered fucking bug spray?
I'm sorry, my lord, but bug spray?
Bug spray?
What is that?
Sorry, I forgot. They stopped manufacturing those after the dark age of technology.
Well, my lord, if it's a biochemical weapon you're referring to, I can say that it is not of much use. Regenerative power is something that the species seem to have picked up on, and many of them also have extremely advanced immune systems, so...
Would bug spray be considered a biochemical weapon, actually? It is, isn't it? It's a biochemical weapon to bugs. They're adorable in their own hideously terrifying way. Oh, it's just chemical, not biochemical. Well, I guess it is when you're fighting a race of alien bugs. Yeah.
Not much will work. In addition, the race is very adaptable, and if we actually were to concoct a poison against them to use it, they'd most likely gain resistance to it soon after.
That is quite a fucking pickle. Is there anything
That is quite a fucking pickle we're in.
that works against them?
If it's not regular steel and bullets, it's actually a special mutagenic acid developed by the Death Watch that ruins target's organs from inside out. It is used in Hellfire rounds, and it works fairly well against anything that's made up of flesh. But since Tyranids do not even have any kind of real armor, it seems to work best against them.
Then why have any of you fucking idiots had the idea of filling a massive space-sized spray can with a constant stream of oxygen, promethium, and this Hellfire compound, and sprayed the fuck out of the Tyranids' organic fleet while still in space?
That's a great idea, my Emperor. You are truly the most intelligent being in the galaxy.
Sigh. Sometimes I wish I hadn't made you custodies to be mindless automatons without feelings or emotions. It gets lonely here sometimes.
Oh my Emperor, you're truly the most funny being in the galaxy as well.
Fucking automaton.
Well, my lord, at least we aren't as bad as those Necrons.
Oh.
So we're talking about those sleepy soulists and
Necron time, Necrons mentioned. Let's go.
skeletons now. Do tell me what the fuck they have been up to.
You know of them? Oh, well, at least they aren't as bad as the Tyranids. I think.
Ooh, Necron's next? Oh, this is credits? Necrons, let's go. Necrons? Yay, episode 9 Necrons! I get so excited when Necrons are mentioned because I feel like in my short Warhammer journey, the Necrons haven't been discussed very much. They're kind of doing their own thing, right? They're not super important to the plot at the moment. So yay, Necrons!
Yes, this is definitely it. The Crimson Path, the center point of the Oriole subsector. Oh, when my work here is done, this planet shall rival Terra itself in its sacredness.
Necrons were just kind of there for a long time and only in the more recent times have started getting more in-depth lore. Whenever the Necrons aren't on screen, all the characters should be asking, where are the Necrons? Yeah, they're just kind of like background lore. They're not like current. I guess they are getting more current now, but I get excited when they're mentioned. They were sleeping.
Now I would act really into this, but I've just got to stay all mysterious and stoic and cool.
Duologues.
So I don't think I can. But, well, I suppose one squeal might not harm anything.
We're fucking cool.
Just one little excited squeal. Eee! Okay.
Alright, I feel much better now. It's at times like these that I'm really glad that I just monologue to myself and not actually talk to anyone else. Because if someone had heard that, I would be seriously fucked.
Okay. The Imperium has something in their war crime arsenal called phosphex. Not only does it cause 4th degree burns that can kill space marines, it can literally burn anything, including water. And the only way to put it out is to expose it to the vacuum of space. But even then, I'm not sure because of how dangerous it is. They rarely use it unless you're pre-heresy Death Guard. Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. What is happening right now?
So you're seriously going to go through with this? Search the entirety of Terra, the holiest, grandest, and most populated planet in the universe, to find the one who sent this message?
No household shall be left unchecked, and no person shall go unquestioned.
Well, if you say so. It's not like you care much for your reputation anyway.
Wait, what are you dusty butt cheeks doing now?
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, I hope you do realize that Terra is the most densely populated and overbuilt planet in the Imperium. It'll take decades to interrogate every single individual on this planet.
Do not doubt us. This is what we are the best at. We will scan the entirety of Terra and its people in but a few days.
Days?
This sounds highly fucking illegal! Oh. My colon just... Oh. I better know.
Big Goji Vander never had to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, maybe we should make him High Lord of Terra again.
All that radioactive hellfire you've been exposed to, exterminating every planet you come across, must have fried your perception. Do you even realize how hard it is to mobilize on one of these hive worlds? It's really damn hard, but I guess you don't realize since you sit on that mobility scooter all day.
A mobility scooter all day? They can't make Phosphex anymore. A tech priest was so horrified by it, destroyed the last STC. Whoa! A tech priest destroyed an STC? Dang, that must have been horrible. That must have been really horrible then.
Well,
to do that.
Shut it, you old trash bags.
Well, while I wait for your street director to calm itself, I shall start this segment.
At least remember to expect the rulings of Terra, Theodore. Not a single drop of blood shall fall upon these sacred grounds. When you have found your suspects, at least do the decency of taking them far away from Terra if your eagerness to spill blood grows heavy on you.
Yes, I am fully aware. You have my promise.
They can't spill blood on Terra? Is that what he was saying?
Soldiers, the search has begun. But take heed. Not a single citizen of Terra shall have his or her blood spilled on these
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, remember, only to burn.
No way! Oh my god, no way! Loophole in killing people. We can't spill blood, so we'll burn them. What? Oh my god, as if. Shoulda known, shoulda known.
My lord, was it really that funny? Really? Come on, the Necrons still pose a major threat. Just because the Blood Angels teamed up with them at once doesn't mean they're the Imperium's allies or anything. Okay.
He's still laughing.
Maybe it is kind of funny.
No, you are incapable of finding things funny because you are a custodes.
Alright, I forgot. But anyway, what was I? Oh yes! So the Blood Angels and the Necrons defeated the Val Tyranids together, and afterwards they went their separate ways, as the Blood Angels and the Necrons were both tired from the big battle, and Commander Dante thought it was distasteful to turn on the Necrons after they had helped each other out.
The Necrons were tired. The Blood Angels found something distasteful. I'd like to laugh more, but that might break my fragile funny bone. Anyway, I was under the impression that Necrons were tireless, soulless skeleton robots with no personality, nor care for anything. What the fuck happened?
Believe me, my lord, I think we all were under the impression until we heard about the Blood Angels and their apparent alliance with them.
Is this like the Emperor finding out that they added to the Necron lore? He's like, I thought they were just soulless robot skeletons. Wait, you mean they actually... They have personalities now, huh? When was this lore added? Ah, yes, the retcons. You got it.
Before, they just spent most of their time coming out on planets unexpectedly and killing anything that lives, having a singular goal in mind, which was to seal off the Eye of Terror, swat away the Tyranids, and have the rest of the galaxy become never-ending all-you-can-eat buffet for their gods to the Catan.
Sounds like what I would do if I was a soulless skeleton robot. That and slow walk around intimidatingly. Yes, it reminds me of that hollow that I watched a few millennia back. Dan.
Now?
Did he just mention Dan without meaning to? Because this is 11 years old? That's kind of funny.
They are more like... Well, their goal is still essentially the same, but now it has become apparent that the Catan were actually somehow shattered into...
Oh, it was a Terminator reference. Oh. Sorry, I'm so brain rotted I didn't get the Terminator reference, but I got the dan-dan. I got dan-dan out of it. I don't think I've actually ever seen Terminator, to be honest. I don't know anything about it other than, like, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is a cyborg guy. RoboCop, right?
Pieces a long time ago, and the Necrons have leftover fragments of them in their possession containing near limitless powers. Also, as of late, some Necrons have even been reported to have actual personalities and even feelings. Oh, and pariahs apparently are not a thing anymore. No idea where they went off to. They just sort of up sticks and left, I guess.
Well, how does it feel having less emotion than a creepy fucking skeleton robot?
It feels...
They're not creepy, they're pretty cool. Twitter's gonna jump you now, what do you mean? Because I don't watch movies? I'll be Buck. I know that.
Fantastic not being on the same impotent level as a filthy Xeno, my lord.
I guess you can put it in that way as well. Anyway, I'm intrigued by the idea of those shards. I will have to ask the remaining Ultramarines to get one for me when they get back.
Sure thing, my lord.
Just not a shard of that punk-ass fan god the Deceiver. The description you gave reminds me too much of that mysterious, tentacle-headed, metallic jerk who came by every Saturday night to play Paradox Billiards, Vostroyan Roulette, fourth-dimensional hypercube chess strip poker with me, Zinch, and Chego Rav in the webway a few millennia ago. Although, to be fair, at least he wasn't as much of a douchebag as that fat guy with the cigar who showed up with Zinch that one time.
What? You talking about playing poker with the Chaos Gods?
All this time you've been having a constant mental war with the forces of chaos as well as guiding our ships through the power of the Astronomica.
I'm the motherfucking Emperor. I'm allowed a day off once in a...
I'm the Emperor, I'm allowed a day off once in a while. True.
while. Besides, I'm the best fucking multitasker in the galaxy.
True.
Oh, sorry, of course, my lord.
So far I have to say that I'm not impressed. These Necrons do not sound as much of a threat as those hungry space cockroaches.
Well, my lord, they are still more of a threat than you might think. Which actually reminds me of a story I need to tell you that will surely refurbish your pride in your angels of death.
Good luck with that.
You see, during the year 912, the Necron lords of the two mod bosses got really mad because Necrons of another empire started to expand in his territory. In response to this, the Necron lord suddenly revealed a massive planet-sized space vessel called the World Engine and started drifting through Imperial space, destroying anything that crossed its path. Later, during year 926, after several Imperial planets had been destroyed by the World Engine, a whole lot of space marines and the entirety of a local Imperial fleet was sent to destroy it.
Holy shit, a giant skeleton space robot planet that shoots molecule-breaking beams and destroys everything it spots. I want one.
That sounds based.
Attack the World Engine at the same time, but apparently a very strong void shield was surrounding it, making it nigh impervious to harm. This, together with the vessel's mighty arsenals of planet-devastating weaponry, cost millions of lives during that battle.
I guess no one knows what retreating is in this fucking Imperium.
That's so true. Nobody knows what retreating is anymore in the Imperium. We'll just throw more soldiers at it. Surely that'll win us the battle. We don't believe in retreating and regrouping.
So now here is the awesome part. The Space Marines known as the Astral Knights.
I never made anything called Astral Knights.
No, seriously, my lord. You wouldn't even care that you didn't directly make them. You see, all of the Astral Knights decided to ram their spaceship, the Battle Barge Tempestus, straight into the World Engine's void shield.
Fucking damn it. Why do you assholes keep wasting precious battleships?
The shield cracked up and the ship penetrated the hull of the World Engine, allowing all Astral Knights to board it and destroy all weapons, energy batteries, supplies, commandos, and Necrons inside. The battle continued inside the World Engine for 100 hours, all Marines dying doing what they do best. But not before their leader, Arm Torara, decided to overload the entire damn vessel and its central core with the help of some melter grenades. After this destructive overlord, the void shield was turned off completely, and this is where the rest of the Imperial fleet took their chance and shot the crap out of the planet ship with cyclonic torpedoes.
Well, slap me on the kneecap and call me a fucking skeleton. That is actually amazing.
After this incredibly awe-inspiring victory, the remains of the World Engine were taken in by the Adeptus Mechanicus while the Battle Barge Tempestus was salvaged and set up as a monument with an Imperial shrine in it, holding statues of the 772 Astral Knights that had sacrificed themselves to bring down the World Engine.
Sorry, I was totally mistaken. I totally remember. that I did make the Astral Knights now. They were one of the secret legions I made before the Great Crusade that I never told anyone about. They were the best around, nothing was ever going to keep them down.
The Emperor taking credit for the Astral Knights that he did not make.
Whatever you say, my lord.
Also, on the previous subject matter, I have to say that I kind of like that one Necron that you mentioned. Trashy the Incontinent or something.
Trashy? You mean Trazin? Trazin, Mr. Steal Your Girl. Best character.
You mean Trace in the Infinite, my lord?
That's what I said, you tube of fucking custard. Anyway, even if he is an alien fiend, I cannot deny that the idea of stealing incredibly valuable objects from all around the galaxy only to put them in a massive skeleton robot space museum is a great one.
Ah, yes. His only goal in the galaxy is to claim historic artifacts and relics and return to his two worlds.
Trazin is kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones. He's like the Indiana Jones of Warhammer, kind of. He goes to planets and steals their relics and puts them in the museums for his collection. Trazin, my goat, best Necron. I love him. How are you finding Trazin so far, Stim? I love him. I love him. I love how smug he is.
He's even gone as far as to have
He's very smarmy.
Absolutely hilarious. At some point we should send some Marines there to steal all his shit just to fuck with him.
I think I know a group of space Marines capable of just that.
Do you now? Do tell.
Well...
Oh, is this their manual exterminatus happening right now where they're just burning people alive because they can't spill blood on Terra? Oh, blood ravens. Blood ravens?
Stop right there! We are here to interrogate you with a certain message.
Who wrote the message?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Didn't you hear me? Who wrote the message?
Excuse me, are you allowed to do this?
Of course we are. Haven't you heard from the High Lord? We are here to interrogate everyone on Terra.
Who wrote the fucking message? Where are the gene stealers?
Help me!
Oh my god. The custodians. Oh my god, this is so funny.
Would you look at that? Some unfashionable tramps running around harassing civilians here on Holy Terra.
You came to the wrong neighborhood, shitboots.
What makes you lunatics think you are allowed to do this?
Yesterday, aren't you supposed to stand in the Imperial Palace?
Well, you see, this is a special occasion.
Special enough that my loincloth is just bursting with anticipation.
What's a more interesting question I demand an answer for is what you Inquisitors are doing here, burning Terra and harassing its citizens.
We are here because of a message.
Would the custodians have authority above the Inquisition? I don't think so, right? The Inquisition acts independently, doesn't it? Like, but if the Inquisition was in the palace, then the custodians would, because that's their place. That's their jam. In the palace, they have authority over anyone except Big E. Yeah, exactly. Custodians only answer to Big E. But the Inquisitors don't answer to Big E. Right? Inquisitors are technically outside the command structure of the Imperium. They do answer to Big E? I actually don't know. Custodians in general. So who do the Inquisitors answer to? I thought they answered to nobody. But like Custodians would absolutely destroy an Inquisitor, wouldn't they? Custodians are like supposed to be the best at everything. The Inquisitors answer to the High Lords, which answer to the Big E, and the Custodians answer to Big E. Oh, okay, so technically, I see. Inquisitors could, on paper, have the authority to investigate and prosecute Custodians, but none of them are dumb enough to try it. That makes sense. I think they probably just stay out of each other's way as much as possible. There's been instances of Custodians and Inquisitors squaring off. Whoever has the bigger gun usually wins. But Custodians aren't technically warriors either. They weren't supposed to be warriors. They're supposed to be like scholars and Well, they're guards now, but they were supposed to just be Emperor's besties. Companions. Even the Primarchs technically don't have authority to tell Custodies what to do. Oh, I see what you mean. Custodies are definitely warriors, but they're not soldiers. Yeah, that's a good distinction to make. They can fight, but they're not supposed to be soldiers. They are warriors, but not soldiers. That's very different because of the structure.
Supposedly sent from God Emperor himself, telling us the Inquisition is to be disbanded.
Clearly, the message was written by a heretic, and we are going to find it.
The captions are sending me every time that guys laugh. It's aroused snickering. Oh.
Message is from the Emperor, straight from the Sanctum Imperialis, within the Imperial Palace.
He is the reason why we're outside the palace in the first place. So you have no reason to perform this heinous act upon our planet.
You done goofed!
You done gooped, Inquisitors! You done gooped!
Impossible!
You would lie. If the Emperor was alive once more, we would know.
You are heretics! The Custodies are heretics! Let's get back to Fyodor and tell him about this.
No way! No way they're calling the Custodians heretics! Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Fucking Groxas Inquisitors.
I'm now incredibly aroused.
Oh my god. What's next? Bold and Foolish. I think this will be our last one for today, and I'll watch the rest of it next week. Bold choice. Let's see how it pays off for them. Last one. Bold and Foolish. Episode 10. Is that a giant cannon in that tower? Holy. Is this a musical now? What the heck? What's happening?
Before you say another word, Juventus.
Oh, it's Les Mis. Okay. I didn't know. I've never seen Les Mis.
Before you burn me like a heretic, listen to me. There is something I must do.
Wait, is that supposed to be Russell Crowe and what's the other guy's name? Like Hugh Jackman? I get it now. I actually never saw the remake of Les Mis. I was thinking of the Broadway show.
One leaves behind a suffering child. There is none but me who can intercede. In the Emperor's name, 3 days are all I need.
What's with the editing?
Then I'll return. I pledge my word. Then I'll return.
You must make me bad! I want to keep you across the years! Everything like you can never change! But this, such as you!
What? Well, that was unexpected. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
Emperor, damn it all. Not a single useful subject has been found yet. Don't they understand that sitting around here is incredibly boring? It's like being inside a retirement home.
Hey, Fyodor, isn't it boring around here? Like, incredibly boring?
Be quiet, Dominic. It's what I just said.
No, that's what I just said. You know what would be fun? Letting me sit on your throne. I've always dreamed of being up on that throne and all the fun things I could do up there.
I said quiet! Giving me a headache.
No,
You be quiet.
Can someone feed the goat so he quiets down? I'm trying to do important High Lord things here.
Shut up, little Billy! Now, to the business at hand. What were we discussing? I think it was something relating to banning the breathing of air from anyone that is not us. Air is one of the few natural resources left on Terra, and it follows the...
We're taxing air now. We're taxing air. Only the top 1% can breathe air now on Terra.
The normals use it, but not meant for us.
Private sky is only a reason to place your lungs with care.
Well, I'm not sure. My generals need to breathe as well to make commands, whatever it is they are commanding again. And I don't think they can do that very well without air. Fucking slackers.
They're such boomers. Fucking slackers. Maybe they'd stop buying their fancy coffees every day. They'd be able to afford things.
I usually seem to generate currents of air right before I have to poo.
Wait, isn't breathing important? I don't remember. I'm gonna lay down.
I should just go out there and find the heretic myself.
Sure, we have urgent news.
Oh, hey, are you the guys I sent to buy my sandpaper cigarettes? I really need my fix of nicotine and throat lacerations. How else do you think I always sound so calm and sexy?
What is happening with this guy? Dominique?
What is it that you want? Don't you three have some sewage to investigate?
We were confronted by 3 custodians while interrogating some citizens.
Custodians? You're joking me, are you not? The custodians never make the Imperial palace.
They were right there, though. And the custodians told us that the Emperor really is the one who sent the message.
In the name of 1,000 dead fucking heretics, are you saying?
Kiss these are the heretics we are looking for.
Well, in that case, we're all walking straight into the Imperial palace and taking those mutant exhibitionists with us.
Hold your mega chairs for just a moment, Inquisitor. What do you think you were doing?
Not you.
Bro thinks he can take the custodies into... he thinks he could take the custodies into interrogation, or what? I think the custodies are so heckin' strong. Good luck with that.
Stop standing around there all silent and dead like an unplugged fucking Mechanicus Adept and tell me who these space...
Like an unplugged Mechanicus Adeptus. That's funny.
Marines are. This anticipation is for some reason killing me. Then again, I'm a decaying corpse, so that might also be a contributing factor.
Well, they are renowned in the Imperium for stealing a lot of relics from both other chapters and factions within the Imperium. It's not really known how they do it, or exactly why, but they have somehow managed to amass an astounding amount of organs due to this.
So what are they called?
I believe they're called... something. Actually, I don't remember.
Wait the fucking go, dildo head. You just reached a whole new level of stupid, the disappointing kind of stupid. Come to think of it, did you say chapter? As in, only a singular chapter within an entire legion is good at this?
Oh, no, my lord, they are not part of a legion.
Why the fuck would there ever exist a single chapter outside of a legion?
Well, you see, 7 years after the Horus Heresy, an event took place known as the Second Founding.
The Second Founding? Oh man, this already sounds about as unnecessary as the Dark Eldar.
So I feel like so much of Warhammer is unnecessary. The Emperor is right here. This sounds so unnecessary.
Wasn't the appropriately named Only Founding good enough?
Actually, I think the name was changed to the First Founding after they came up with the second one.
Really? Wow. What an unbelievable excess of stupid...
Anyway, the Primarch of the Ultramarines Robert Gulliver...
My singular cybernetic, I just detected a large rise in ignorance and hubris in this room from the mere mention of that name.
Created the Codex Astartes, which is a set of rules and guidelines that nowadays is used by thousands of Space Marine chapters throughout the galaxy.
Thousands?
The According to Starfleet,
He's crashing out again. He's crashing out, chat.
became the foundation for a second founding, as Gulliman decreed that all legions still loyal were to be split up and organized into armies consisting of roughly 10 companies each. One of these chapters were to retain their parent legion's original name, symbol, and color scheme, while the others could basically go and do whatever they wanted with that.
So now we've got fucking ultramarine babies spread out across the entire galaxy, all secluded from the rest of the Imperium to form their own beliefs, dogmas, and hatreds inspired by the original, which was already an enormous pile of stupid to begin with. Seriously, are you actively trying to make my own life even more difficult?
Well...
In addition, this dumbook has split up the Imperium's mighty bulwark and made it into a rotten picket fence that even a small child could break down. What made you people think that this was a good idea?
But my lord, Gulliman's intentions were noble. He recognized that in order for something like the Horus Heresy to not ever be possible again, the massive marine armies should be separated and spread out.
And now the Xeno activity is more rampant throughout the galaxy than ever. Perhaps the Gurlaman's head wasn't stuck so far up his buttocks, fervently kissing his own ass, he would have proofread his work before publishing it. For all we know right now, there could be hundreds of chapters out there pledging their allegiance to chaos, or...
Oh my god, the Emperor's just reading everybody absolutely to filth right now. To be fair, if the Emperor woke up and found out what the Imperium was like, he would crash out way harder. That's true. I mean, if the Emperor woke up and found out he was being worshipped as a god, he would probably crash out so hard he would like kill everybody and just restart. He'd just start over.
Perhaps even...
Or he would at least kill everybody in power and restart with government.
Worse. And we have no fucking idea about it or a way to stop it, because all our defenses are so thinly spread. There could even be chapters consoling and accepting both Xenos and...
That's so odd though for me to say that, because that's basically implying that he's a god, that he could just wipe out everything and restart over again, as in what a god would do, even though he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be worshipped as a god, but he will do godlike actions. The Codex was absolutely needed for stability post-heresy. I agree with the Codex, actually. I agree with putting them into chapters.
Chaos worshippers into the ranks. Maybe even chapters so fucking reclusive and historically inept that their mere existence sound like something out of a disgustingly horrible and shitty fanfiction.
Fanfiction mentioned.
You guys have the feeling we're being shit on really hard right now.
We're always being shat on.
You fish. You thought that you were going to win this poker game, but it was actually I!
Fucking damn it, Guildsman. Speaking of which, did you tell them to cut his life support yet? It is very fucking important. Actually, when you've done that, make sure to bring that status field power adapter here. I might need that extra power to charge my data slate to play whatever new Battle Mace 42 million game is out, or whatever else might exist. Not Call of Duty.
Those were the creators' friend group of TTS? That's hilarious. They put themselves in as a little fan service. Gilliman himself said the Codex wasn't perfected after returning. Alright, because didn't he probably die before he could make what's like changes to it? And because he died and came back. So by the time he came back, was it already like you can't change it? It was already a like not a biblical object, but a religious icon.
Though they seriously need to stop releasing those shitty fucking rehash games every year.
Right. My lord, I'll make sure not to forget it this time.
Actually, come to think of it, are the Ultramarines somehow connected to all bad things that has happened for the last 10,000 years?
He was horrified to see how rigid the Ultramarines followed what was supposed to be a temporary measure. Oh, he was in a coma for 10,000 years. I thought he was dead. He didn't really die. He was severely wounded and slowly healed over time in stasis. He expected revisions to be made as circumstances changed, and the people took it as gospel, so they worked on 10K-year-old tactics against modern problems. Wow! Wow. That's, like, really on the nose.
Feels like we keep bringing them up all the time.
Well, they have kind of become the poster boys of the Imperium, so can't really avoid mentioning them. Oh, speaking of which, I actually remember the name of that thieving chapter now.
Really? What is it then?
The name of the chapter is The Blood.
Oh my god. Ay-ya-ya.
So sorry for interrupting you, little kitten. But we have something very important to inform you two about.
Oh shit. The custodians are gonna tell him what's going on. Ay-ya-ya. It's the custodians. They're beautiful with their oiled up abs.
It's my eternal torment upon this throne made manifest again.
You see, we were outside the palace, traveling through the spires of terror, when we noticed that everything was on fire.
Not in the usual sacred incense burning way either.
Yes, indeed. Apparently there are inquisitors running amok all around the planet. They're looking for the one who sent that message demanding the disbanding of the Inquisition and the Adaptus Installers.
So they have arrived.
Wait, most chapters ignore the Codex actually? It should be noted that several chapters disregard the Codex Astartes entirely, looking at Space Wolves right now. Oh! Well, I guess when they're when the chapters are like separated so much, they can kind of do what they want, right? Some will follow it like with religious zealotry, and some will be like, it's a suggestion. The Ultramarines are the ones that follow it religiously because their Primarch made it, I'm guessing. Everyone else, well, not everyone else, some chapters can be like, it's just merely a suggestion. Can't tell me what to do.
Holy Imperator berries, really?
Really? I suggest we go to the High Lords immediately. Perhaps the Inquisitorial representative can be argued with.
If not, we can just, eat him or something.
There is no time to be lost. Let's go. I'm fucking done.
I'm fucking done. I love how his name is Kitten.
A promise like this one, you are untrustworthy filth, not ever worthy of the Emperor's blessing.
I am the only one here worthy of the Emperor's blessing. I am the only one who's going to save him from his very own corrupted bodyguard.
You are not entering the palace, Theodore.
Okay, I totally missed it, and I know it was said, but who is the Pope guy again? That's like telling the Inquisitor he can't do all this stuff? Who is he? High Ecclesiarch? Does he have a name? Oh, Decius, right. Decius. High Ecclesiarch Decius. He's kind of cool in this. He's kind of got a backbone.
I would like to see you try and stop me.
I'll gladly show you. Guards!
Fyodor, we're surrounded!
Be quiet, Dominic.
Well, here we are, Theodore. At long last, I can put you and your miserable little cult away, never to interfere with the Emperor's will again.
Oh, ha 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 ha! It's the evil laugh.
Foolish. Have you forgotten that my throne is a massive weapon arsenal?
Oh shit! Damn it, we forgot.
Hey, Ecclesiarch, we're gonna light you up like a sandpaper cigarette if I had one!
Oh, if you and the rest of Terra do not meet my demands, I will have this entire room and all of its inhabitants fall prey to my throne of judgment. It is too bad for you that this passing decree is still in effect, isn't it?
Theodore, you absolute ass.
Aw, don't feel too bad. At least my meltdown will fly you away from this existence instead of splattering your blood across the floor. Because that was your primary concern, wasn't it? Now, I am going into that palace, and I alone will save the Emperor and the Imperium of Man!
Oh wow, this is a good place to end. Season 1 end. Okay. I find everything in Warhammer kind of ironic with the Imperium of Man. Good ending. Or good ending. Good place to end. To stop for today. Perfect break point. Example, the Codex stipulates that each chapter should consist of 10 companies containing a maximum of 100 Marines each. The Salamanders maintain the chapter maximum of 1,000 Marines, but they divide them between only 7 companies in honor of the homeworld's 7 major settlements. Well, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal if they break the Codex there. Did you catch the raw from earlier? The decree passive being a law passed that limits the church's ability to act on a war footing. Everything is at a big deal to the wrong person. True. Anyways, that was a nice way to spend our morning watching some Warhammer memes. Hilarious. I did not expect it to be so savage. I'm not gonna lie.